Split stitch is a wonderful technique for thread painting. I've used it here in this work of crewel embroidery, and you can see how I have curved and manipulated split stitch to create the body of this dragon. So let's look at how split stitch works. First of all, split stitch is most effective with a thread that is not divisible, such as either crewel wool or this is a size 5 pearl cotton. If you're using a stranded thread, then you're just going between the threads and you're not splitting them, so you want to split the threads, hence the name split stitch. To split those threads, you need to use a sharp needle. Here I'm using a size 3 embroidery needle. You could also use a chenille needle. So let's look at how split stitch is made. I'll start by bringing my needle and thread up. And then go back down. We'll just make a straight stitch. And you can make these stitches whatever size you need to fill the space. Then come back up, and this time split up into that first stitch. And then just proceed along the line you're stitching. Come back up, splitting that previous stitch. So you're always splitting into the previous stitch. Now you might wonder, wouldn't it be easier to split down into the stitch instead of splitting up into the stitch? Don't be tempted to do that. Your stitch will not look as good because when you come up into the stitch, you will kind of fluff up the thread, and that's what you really want. That will make just a prettier stitch. Whereas if you go down into the stitch, you'll be mashing down your stitches, and the stitches will be easier to see. So this way the stitches will all kind of blend together. Also, when you come up out of the stitch, as you proceed along your line, you can see where you're going. So this is how you make just a simple line of split stitch. Now, I like to use split stitch to make small details such as eyes. And you can see how I've used split stitch to form the eyes on these fish. So here's the eye on the French angel fish. And here I have used split stitch to form this circle around the eye, and then some split stitches in here. And even this looks like I have appliqued a piece of black wool, but this is actually just a cluster of split stitches. So you can manipulate the stitches so that you're splitting into each stitch more than once just to create the shape you want. I've also used the split stitch here for this. Let's see, where's this eye? Here's another eye that I've worked in split stitch. So you can see how useful this stitch is to create either little details or to do a big thread painting design.